How you doing? Robert Baker here. I'm back in Louisiana. I know it's been a long time, but we're here back again to do a special video. Sargon of Akkad has often said that he's a liberal, that he's open-minded. Well, the truth hurts, ladies and gentlemen. He's a progressive. And it's real simple to prove this. You don't need to be a commander in the military. You don't need to be any kind of position that would require intelligence to understand that the evidence placed forward, or at least the evidence that I'm about to show you, you can't disprove it. It's irrefutable. You know what that means? You can't go against it. It's reality. Now, the first thing we need to realize before we move on is that Sargon of Akkad has something that he's had right in front of us the whole time. This is his facade. The beard. Ever wonder why Sargon has the beard? Ever wonder why? Why hasn't he shaved it? That's a good question. I'm going to explain to you why that is. Not only is he an Islamist, he's also, like I've said, he is ISIS. He is the embodiment of ISIS. Do you understand me? Not the equivalent, he is ISIS. He definitely created them. Why is Britain so bad? I thought he says he's the emperor of the internet. Well, I reckon if he's the emperor of the internet, then he probably has a lot of control over policy in Europe, right? And if that's true, what's the next logical step? He let them in. He's working with Merkel. He's been doing it the whole time. But anyways, the first thing we need to notice, because we don't want to get on a tangent here, notice the windows. Isn't that a bit odd? You know what he did? He reversed them. He reversed the image. It is the same person. Do you not understand this? Remember I said he was a reptilian shapeshifter, and I said I was being, figurative, I was saying it in a metaphorical sense? No, he literally is one. They are the same person. You ever wonder why? The background is the same window. The only thing that's different is a beard and a slightly different hairstyle. This is something that any advanced alien species could do. That's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I know it hurts. You're feeling it deep in your stomach, in your gut. Your gut wants you not to believe, but you know it to be true because the evidence, you can't beat it. But also, that's not just the only evidence. The other thing we can notice here is, you may ask, why did he put a beard? It's not just to disguise him from being Kevin Logan. This is kind of the famous case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Okay, I guess in this case Sargon of Akkad is Dr. Jekyll, and Mr. Hyde is of course Kevin Logan. But the thing we have to understand here is there's something really odd. If you've noticed, I did some analysis. We looked at the data, and we took out the analyzing desk. We hired some analysts from Princeton. They came by, and they essentially measured his neck digitally. They got at least accurate up to, I think, the thousandths place. So it's really accurate measurements here. And what we see here, I know in here it's not up to that decimal place, but you can see it's approximately 2.5 neck-chins. Now you might be asking, what is a neck-chin? I've never heard that unit of measurement, but neck-chin is essentially The neck chin is essentially the distance, the average person. So one neck chin would be the average person's length of chin to base of neck. That would be one neck chin. So in this case, he has a 2.5 times the neck chins of an average adult. This is something we need to be careful of. The reason why I say that is because the neck chin can tell you a lot about a person's ideology. The lower the neck chin, the more fascist they are. The higher the neck chin neck chin coefficient. The higher it is, essentially the more liberal, more progressive you are. Liberals tend to have around a 1. But anyways, we're going to continue on. So that's the first thing, the neck chin. The reason why I say that is because Sargon grew the beard to hide, basically to prevent us from being able to calculate his neck chin, because he knows that if we were to calculate it, we would get the exact same result as Kevin Logan. This is how we could prove definitively that they are the same person, because we can't get their DNA. That's the issue. If Sargon and Kevin Logan could send their DNA, we could maybe prove this definitively once and for all. But until then, we're just going to go with the neck chin. You should subscribe now to this channel. The reason why is we got tons of videos to show you, and even more to come. And if you haven't done it yet, make sure to support Trump and vote him into office come time. Don't vote for Cruz, because with Cruz, you lose.